Hello everyone, I'm Naciz and welcome to my channel. Today's vlog is actually very serious, and this is not a happy vlog because few days ago, 3 days ago to be exact, I knew that a Nigerian man died in coronavirus in the Philippines. It was in the news. This guy is not actually staying in the capital. He's in the village, and he was tested positive January 2 with coronavirus. And then he was quarantined, he was isolated, and after a few days, I'm not sure if it's January 7 or 8, he passed away. I know this guy personally, but we are not close, okay? But I know him. I've seen him, and this is a huge guy. This is a big guy, very tall, and it was really surprising for us to know that he died. You know, somebody that traveled for greener pasture, somebody that traveled to look for a better life, to be successful, and then suddenly that person will die, and even his corpse cannot even go back to Nigeria because according to Philippine protocol, once the person died with coronavirus, the person needs to be cremated because of the virus. So for sure by now he's already cremated because for sure they will not going to wait for long for his body to be cremated. Coronavirus is a very big thing in the Philippines. It's so serious. That's why when I came here in Nigeria, I was so happy because I am not wearing mask. I go out, I go to the malls, I go to the market, to local market. I enter public transport without a mask. And I can breathe well. I don't have any worry. Unlike when I was in the Philippines, when the lockdown happened, I got scared. Seriously. Not only me, even my husband, we were so scared. There was a time that the government says that, okay, only one person per household is allowed to go out. So between me and my husband, it was me because I'm the local. I'm the Filipino. It's easier for me to buy things in the market, in the grocery stores. So he was staying at home. He stayed at home for like 3 or 4 months because our lockdown is really long. The first time I knew that, okay, this is really happening, there's really a lockdown, because before I really can't believe that the government, Philippine government, can lock down Metro Manila, the capital. You know how is it to lock down the entire capital, the center of the economy of the country? And there's a lot of people in the city. So when our president announced that there will be a lockdown, everybody panic already. Everybody goes to the grocery store, market, panic buying. You will see the queue in the grocery store. My God, it was so long. You will going to stay in a crowded grocery store for like 3 hours, 4 hours just to buy food. And of course, the public transport has been stopped. Only private-owned vehicle are the ones you can see in the road. And that's the time that I really knew that this is serious. One morning, I told my husband that let me go out and I want to buy something. So he says, okay. So I drove out. Outside our estate is a very busy highway. You know, that road, even if it's 3 a.m. or 12 midnight, there's traffic jam. There's traffic. So I went out. I was driving. I didn't see any single soul in the street. And it was around 10 a.m. I'm here in Mall of Asia. As you can see, nobody's here. Nobody's here. So before, almost every day we are here, but now, as you can see, even their traffic lights are not working because there's no much people, there's no much cars. This is Hotel Conrad, and same thing, it's very lonely, very quiet. See the ocean? It's very, very quiet. So this is how Mall of Asia looks like right now. I went here to buy some groceries, and there's still some queue but not much, unlike in other SM. You see, no much people. Before, this is a very busy place, especially during weekend or Friday, salary day. You'll see a lot of people over here, but now no much people. There's some cars, but I think those cars are from the employees working here. And there's also a hypermarket in this side. That's why there's a lot of cars. So that's it. This is what lockdown can do. I never expect that this thing will going to happen in Manila, a very busy and crowded city. I never expect this. "10 in the morning. It's a very, very busy time of the day. I didn't see anyone in the street. I was driving, and honestly, I was alone. I was the only car in that highway, and I was scared. You know the movie about zombies? It's something like that. So I was driving. I did a video call to my husband. I was showing him what is happening outside. And after that, I really felt so sad, so lonely, that I really wanted to cry, because in my entire life, you know, I'm a city girl. I was born and I grew up in the city. Even the time I went to another country to work, I also work in the capital. But that time, it was my first time to see in my entire life that the city is very, very dull, very, very quiet. And you cannot even see anyone in the street. So anyway, we were so paranoid. Every time I go out, I come back to the house, everything that I'm wearing, even my car keys, even my money, I need to bring it out before I go inside the house. Before I enter our front door, I need to bring it out, all of them. Then sanitize. After I sanitize, I will go straight to the bathroom and shower, and then wash my clothes immediately. We were so paranoid because of what is happening. Of course, nobody wants to get sick. Then we were planning to come to Nigeria, and then Nigerian airport closed. Then we still need to process my husband's visa because it will going to expire very soon. So I was like, okay, what are we going to do now? We really need to get out from this country. After face mask, the government says you need to wear face shield. Our climate is just like Nigeria. We are a tropical country, and it was so hot. If you go out in the street with face mask, it was very hot. This part of your face is already sweating. Then they added a face shield. So another thing, and I am even wearing an eyeglasses. So it was so hot, my face is really sweating. That's why inside the car, that's the only time that I can breathe. Once I get out of the car, I need to wear face mask, I need to wear face shield, because the government says that it's not allowed for anyone to walk without it. And our government is very serious. They are really taking people and lock them inside the jail for some hours because of not wearing face mask, because of not wearing face shield. So finally, we traveled. When we traveled, another shocking time was when we were at the airport. Our airport is so busy, very, very busy. Then when we got to the airport, there are few people. And they told me that, ma'am, there's only 3 flights for today. The entire day, they only allow 3 flights. I was like, oh my God, this is really serious. I'm now in Terminal 1, Ninoy Aquino International Airport. And as you can see, nobody's here. So it's almost empty. So few people are traveling right now because of the pandemic. So let me go back to the waiting area. So everybody was wearing masks, everybody was wearing face shield, and most of the people that are going are OFW, that is overseas Filipino worker. They go out, they go to other country to work. And I also see some foreigners who are also running away from Manila. So when we had a stopover in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, because we took Ethiopian airline, my God, very few people. Addis Ababa is very, very busy. That airport, because it's a stopover for Ethiopian Airlines, so it's so busy, very crowded, and every time I'm in that airport, I can't find a place to sit. I need to sit on the floor, or I need to stay standing because there's a lot of people. But when we reach Addis Ababa, there are very, very few people. And then finally, we arrive here in Nigeria. And I'm telling you, I really wanted to shout freedom because when I went out from the airport, I removed my face mask. I walk in Lagos, in the street of Lagos, without face mask. I got here in Enugu, I go to the market, I go to the mall, I go to parties, I go to restaurant, different occasions, events, without a face mask. If you see a friend or if you see your relation here in Nigeria, you will start to greet them, hug them. You can't do that in Manila because of the coronavirus. So the message of this video is, I know there's a lot of people who doesn't believe about coronavirus. Even me, I'm also confused if it's true or not. But personally, I know some people who was infected and luckily they survived. And I also know some people who died due to coronavirus. I even told to my brother-in-law that it doesn't matter if it's true or not, what you have to think that it's true. You know why? So that you will going to take precautions, so that you will not going to be at ease, so that you will not going to take it as something that is not serious. At least if you think that it's true, you will going to take all the precautions because this is a virus. We really don't know if it's true or not. We really don't know how it happened. It's invisible. You cannot see it. You don't know if it's already in front of you. We just need to be very, very careful. Keep safe. And then another one is for the Nigerians here in Nigeria who have a family, a friend who's in abroad. You always need to pray for them. Life in abroad is not easy. I've been in abroad. This is abroad for me. But before, I already experienced to be in abroad to work. My goal of going to abroad was to be successful, to have a better life, so that I can bring home money to the Philippines, because I have a very big dream for myself and for my family. So same thing with the Nigerians who traveled in abroad. I know what you passed through. I know that a lot of you doesn't really have that money to travel in abroad. I know that a lot of you even sold their only land just to travel abroad. I know that a lot of you beg money from their relations, friends, whoever, just to travel abroad. I know a lot of you was cheated by an agent for how many times before you can able to travel abroad. I know a lot of you was belittled by other people when you were still here in Nigeria. I know what you passed through. I know that a lot of you, when you reach in abroad, you realize that there's no job, there's no business for you, that you are not really welcome. I know that a lot of you was cheated when you got to abroad. I know a lot of you was cheated by your fellow Nigerians when you got to abroad. I know those stories. It wasn't an easy life, and I was a living witness to a lot of them. I know somebody who even reached abroad with only 35,000 naira in his pocket. I know some people who doesn't have a house, who even slept in different houses of their friends. This night he will be in this house, this night he will be in this house, he will be sleeping in the couch, he will be sleeping in the floor. I know those stories. I know. So for the people here in Nigeria, if you have any family members who are in abroad or friends who are in abroad, try to check them. Even if you don't need anything, try to check them. Are you okay? Are you doing good? Are you eating? And always pray for them that they will going to come back here safely and successful. I know most Nigerians in abroad, they still want to come back here in Nigeria and spend their old age in this country. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for staying with me today, and see you again in my next video. Bye!